This is a stimulus update and daily news report. President Biden has flipped and flopped over the past few days regarding the infrastructure package as well as the reconciliation process, and now he has just doubled down on his flop. I'll let you know what he said in a White House official statement. The CDC has extended the national eviction moratorium for one more month, and I'll let you know exactly what is going on with a fourth stimulus check. Are we getting one? Are we not? I'll give you the latest on that, plus some other updates along the way. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. If you appreciate these fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. So the World Health Organization urges fully vaccinated people to continue to wear masks as Delta COVID variant spreads. This is really big news. So fully vaccinated people are going to have to continue to wear masks. This is after all the mask mandates have been lifted, a lot of restrictions gone. Is this going to change the way we live again? Are we going to rewind a year? Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Is everybody going to have to wear masks again? I'm really curious about your thoughts. Next, let's talk about a really quick update here. So the deadline is tomorrow, June 28th, to opt out of the child tax credit. So you would have to do this today, or actually by tomorrow, if you want to opt out of the child tax credit. Basically, the child tax credit is going to give you a monthly $250 or $300 per month. If you want that in a lump sum, you'll have to go to the IRS website and you'll have to fill out a form or just digitally let them know that you want it as a lump sum. Either a $3,000 check or a $3,600 check, and this way the IRS knows not to send you the monthly checks. Next, President Biden reiterates support for bipartisan infrastructure plan and clarifies he did not issue a veto threat. So, if you've been following this, it's been pretty crazy over the past few days. President Biden comes out making an announcement that he came up with a bipartisan agreement with the Republicans, Democrats. There was a big announcement about it on the $1.2 trillion plan. Then Nancy Pelosi comes out and says that there ain't no bipartisan bill unless the Senate also approves Democrat-only infrastructure package. So that's a pretty bold statement right there. And President Biden comes out with another announcement a few hours after the first announcement, and Nancy Pelosi saying, okay, we're going to do a bipartisan bill as well as a reconciliation process, right? So that was the flip, the flop. A lot of people called him two-faced. Well, now he may be speaking out of three sides of his mouth. So this is an official statement from the White House website. So it's a statement by President Joe Biden on the bipartisan infrastructure framework. So it's a pretty long thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you. I just want to read a couple of parts and I'll summarize the rest. So he said, on Thursday, I reached a historic agreement with a bipartisan group of senators on a $1.2 trillion plan to transform our physical infrastructure. The plan would make the largest investment in infrastructure in history, the biggest investment in rail since the creation of Amtrak, and the largest investment in transit ever. So then he goes on to say other things he's going to do with the physical infrastructure package, how great it's going to be, how Democrats, Republicans are working together, and now he gets to the part where he's kind of flipping and flopping. So he says here, I have been clear from the start that it was my hope that the infrastructure plan could be one that Democrats and Republicans would work on together, while I would seek to pass my family's plan and other provisions through the process known as reconciliation. There has been no doubt or ambiguity about my intention to proceed this way. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think there was a little bit of shadiness from President Biden? I feel like there was some agreement that Democrats were going to work with Republicans, pass a small bipartisan infrastructure plan, physical infrastructure, and then the Democrats were going to do their own thing through reconciliation with all of the other social infrastructure, human infrastructure. I think the biggest issue was the timing. Republicans probably didn't like that only a few hours after they came out with a deal, with an agreement, that President Biden said, hey, I'm going to do my own thing as well with reconciliation. I think if they waited a few days or weeks after everything was done with a bipartisan agreement, Republicans wouldn't have probably been bothered so much. So then he says, so to be clear, our bipartisan agreement does not preclude Republicans from attempting to defeat my family's plan. Likewise, they should have no objections to my devoted efforts to pass the family's plan and other proposals in tandem. Basically saying, hey, my work with the Republicans is my work with the Republicans, and you shouldn't be bothered by anything I'm doing outside of that. I guess, this is business, nothing personal. Basically, he comes down at the bottom here saying a few other things like that, clarifying what he meant. And then he says, I will ask Leader Schumer to schedule both infrastructure plan and the reconciliation bill for action in the Senate. I expect both to go to the House, where I will work with Speaker Pelosi on the path forward after Senate action. Ultimately, I'm confident that Congress will get both to my desk so I can sign each bill promptly. So this was sent out yesterday, June 26th. Today is Sunday, June 27th. I guess to clarify, because media had a frenzy with all the flipping and flopping from President Biden. So what's going to happen moving forward? It looks like it is going to happen through reconciliation. Republicans haven't fully backed out of the bipartisan infrastructure bill as of now. But what's going on with a fourth stimulus check? A lot of people ask, are we still getting a fourth stimulus check? At this point, it's still unclear. A lot of politicians were pushing for a fourth stimulus check. There's 2 bills out at the moment. There's petitions like this where on change.org where people want $2,000 per month to every American, and there's 2,427,000 signatures so far. So it's a very popular plan. Is it going to happen? Well, the biggest roadblock was the physical infrastructure plan. Now that that has come to an agreement, I guess they still don't know the pay-for for that. So there's some technical things I guess they still need to work out. But they're going to have the families plan, and which is going to have other stimulus programs, human infrastructure, care infrastructure. Regarding a fourth stimulus check, we don't know if that's going to make it. Many politicians have urged for it to be in there, including the Social Security increase to $200 per month, the $15,000 home buyer credit. So a lot of politicians are saying, hey, let's put these other programs in the families plan. Still waiting to hear back from President Biden as well as the Democrats of whether it's going to be officially in there. I'll keep you updated on that. But regarding how these infrastructure and reconciliation bills are going to be paid for, here's Bernie Sanders talking more about that.
I want you to know that what I am working on with a number of my colleagues is the most consequential bill for working families in the modern history of this country. We are going to lead the world in addressing the crisis of climate change and create millions of jobs as we do that. We are going to guarantee child care and pre-K education to every child in America. And I'll tell you what else we're going to do to fund these desperately needed programs. We're going to ask the rich and the powerful to start paying their fair share of taxes. Not acceptable to me or to you that some of the richest people in this country, worth tens of billions of dollars, don't pay a nickel in federal income tax. Not acceptable to me that there are large profitable corporations that in a given year pay nothing in federal income tax. All of us have got to stand together and tell the billionaire class that our time is now. We won't wait.
Let me know down in the comments below, do you think the rich should pay for these stimulus programs, for this care infrastructure, human infrastructure, physical infrastructure, or should the rich be able to keep their money? Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Next, some other big news. The CDC extends the eviction moratorium another month, says that this is the last time. So for over a year, the eviction moratorium has been extended a few months here, a few months there, and now they're saying this is the last time. So it looks like at the end of July, there's not going to be any more eviction moratoriums. Anyone who is behind on rent and could potentially be evicted, it looks like at the end of July is going to be it. In a state like California, California is going to offer more money for unpaid rent and extend the eviction moratorium in the Newsom deal. That's the governor. So in terms of the eviction ban, it's going to be scheduled to September 30th, 2021. So many months after the July national extension. And there's going to be an agreement which is going to include $5 billion in federal rental assistance that they're going to give to California residents. Now also in terms of student loan forgiveness and student loan freeze and loan payments, in terms of student loan forgiveness, that has not made it into the American Families Plan yet. We still don't know any details of what exactly is in the bipartisan infrastructure deal as well as in the American Families Plan reconciliation bill. As soon as I find out those details, I'll let you know. There's probably going to be a lot of good stimulus programs in there. But regarding the student loan forgiveness, that hasn't made it into it yet. But major unions joined the 126 organizations in calling Biden to extend the freeze on student loan payments. So as of now, September 30th is when the student loans are going to have to be paid again. Right now, there's a freeze, so they're calling on it to be unfrozen, or actually to continue the freeze. I'll keep you updated on what happens with that. Still no movement there. They're saying that it might be extended for another 6 months. And then Kentucky is kicking off a back to work incentive with a one-time $1,500 payment. So this is a back to work bonus just for people who live in Kentucky. It's going to be a one-time payment if you get back to work. I think it said by July 30th. Yeah, so basically the unemployed residents need to find work and employment between the dates of June 24th and July 30th to qualify to get that one-time $1,500 bonus. So that's all the news I have for you today. To hopefully brighten your day a bit, here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I'm going to tell something what you should do. Don't let anybody tell you different. You are beautiful. You are full with excitement. You are great the way you are. Don't let anybody tell you any different. You are great the way you are. You are full with excitement, and you are great just the way you are within person. Bye. That's all I wanted to say for you. And be yourself. Bye.
Hope you have a great rest of your day. So my 2-year-old daughter Kalea is about to turn 3 July 1st. We're still figuring out what we want to do. Probably not going to have a party. I think we might just go away for maybe 2 days or so for the weekend, and this way we could just have some alone time as a family and be together. But I'll keep you updated on that as well. If you want to check out any of my other videos, you can click this video up here for my other channels, or this link down here for more stimulus updates. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.